Dear friends, peace and blessing of Almighty One God on of you. We were talking about contribution of Muslims in architecture. Old Eidgah. The remains of Old Eidgah built by Mir Abdul Qasim, the Diwan of Prince Shuja in 1640 AD, still stands about 1.5 mile outside Dhaka municipal limits. The building is of plastered brickwork, standing on a raised platform, 245 into 135 yards in size. The remains of Bara Katra, built of plastered bricks, worked in 1644 by Mir Abdul Qasim on the north bank of the river, are still visible and remind people of the commercial prosperity of the Mughal times. It had 22 big shops and was also used as caravan sarai. Its three-story lofty gateway and the riverside wall, which are 200 feet long, have faced the ravages of the time. The chamber of the main gate as well as the interior of arches are ornamented with the plaster, network and floral designs which are preserved in the dilapidated states. Lal Bagh Fort. On the eastern corner of old Dhaka stands the remains of the incomplete Lal Bagh Fort or Fort Aurangabad, whose construction was commenced by Prince Muhammad Azam, the third son of Emperor Aurangzeb, but could not be completed as the prince was summoned by his illustrious father in 1679 AD to join his forces against the Marathas. The finished part of the fort contains two main gates on the north and south in a 200 feet long massive walls. The fort was built of red bricks. The river Purl Ganga, which in these days washed the southwestern corner of this majestic fort, had slightly changed its course, leaving a tract of land which had been converted into meadows. The bastion, the bastion attached to this main gateway is of gigantic size and has a raised platform 13-inch wide for stationing of guns. The stately three-storied gate on the south with a four-centered archway built of stones and crowned with a plastered dome is the most attractive part of the building. Adequate protective measures were taken in the construction of the building against river piracy. piracy. Pari Baba's tomb. The tomb of Pari Baba is standing amid the unfinished Lal Bagh fort is like a lotus flower in a big pond. It's the mausoleum of Bibi Pari, Lady Fairy means the favorite daughter of Shaista Khan. The Mughal Viceroy Shaista Khan, whose sister Mumtaz Mahal has been buried in the immortal Taj Mahal, the finest mausoleum overbuilt on the surface of the earth, raised another matchless tomb for his beloved daughter, Pari Bibi, built of black, grey, and white marble stones brought from Bihar, UP, and Rajputana. This mausoleum, mausoleum is the finest specimen of Mughal architecture in the eastern province. The walls and the floors of burial chamber are made of white marble lined with black. The walls of the four-cornered room previously had multicolored glazed tiles and were decorated with floral designs which are now missing. The series of corbelled roof with its excellent timber work is the most striking portion of the building. The grave, which is made of white marble in three steps, presents a simple but sober specimen of the arabesque. The doors were originally of curved sandal wood, which we call sandal. Domed mosque. Prince Muhammad Azam built in 1678 AD a small three-domed mosque which is located about 50 yards west of the tomb of the Pari Bibi. The walls of the mosque was coated with colored plasters. Another small mosque in adjacent to tomb built in 1679 AD by Haji Khwaja Shahbaz, a business magnate of Dhaka, are situated at a distance of about half a mile from Old Dhaka. The walls, which are made of bricks, are panelled. The tomb is square in shape, having four central gates, one on each side. This tomb represents the average Bengal style of the time of Aurangzeb. Red Mosque. A red brick mosque built by the Khan Muhammad Mirada in 706 AD stands northwest of the Lal Bazar fort. Another mosque, which is said to have been built by Shaista Khan in 1689 AD, stands majestically on a low rock near Jafrabad, about 2 miles outside Dhaka. A lot of ornamentation and floral designs, though in decayed form, are still visible inside the mosque. Brick Fort. Idrakpur, a palace at a distance of about 15 miles from Dhaka, still contains the dilapidated remains of small brick fort built in 1660 AD by Mir Jumla, the general of Emperor Aurangzeb, who was posted as the governor of Bengal. It was constructed to provide a check to Portuguese pirates who had become a nuisance in that part of the Mughal emperor. The fort is 270 feet and 240 feet, 270 into 240 feet, containing a long high platform used probably for mounting the big guns. Two other small forts were also built side by side for similar purposes and throw light on the coastal defense measures taken during the 17th century AD. Brick Bridge. Mir Jumla is also known to have built a plastered brick bridge over a tributary of the Buri Ganga in 1659 to 63 AD, about 5 miles southeast of Dhaka. On each side of both ends of the bridges are small projected pavilions. Considering the limitations of the engineering during the 17th century, this bridge may be cited as an excellent example of workmanship in these parts of the subcontinent. Besides those in Dhaka, there are a number of Mughal architectural monuments scattered on other districts of East Pakistan, means Bangladesh, which includes the tomb of Banda Sahib and Polar Masjid in district Bogra. The mosques of Shah Muhammad and Aurangzeb in district Mymensingh and the mosque built by the Govind Manikia at Shujaganj in district Komila. All of these bear the characteristics of latest Mughal architectural style. So, dear friends, we saw in these lectures of architecture that how much Muslims contributed in different parts of the world where there were their Khilafat and ruling, like Spain, like Baghdad, like Cairo, like Persia, Iran, like Pakistan, India, Bangladesh, and all these places. And remember, these were the times of golden age of Muslims when these peoples, the non-Muslim, they were totally illiterate in establishing, erecting, building such monuments and other palaces and all these things. So keep on watching my channel, Dr. Abu Abdullah.